if I just define success as doing what I think is good work and improving my skills and, you know, in the words of Florence Pugh, I want to be great or nothing. If that's my goal, like to just focus on my own skills, then I can really just get success quite by just doing hard work.
Hi everybody, welcome back to episode 2 of That's a Wrap, What's Next? Today I have a new guest, the beautiful, amazing, another best friend of mine, Bianca Lombardo. She's my co-writer, she's my support, she's my
everything.
She's my everything. She's my rock.
Thank you.
Exactly. And if you haven't been here before, feel free to go back to episode 1. We had a great chat with Melanie Brosnan. And if this is your second time coming, thank you so much for the ongoing support. 2 whole episodes. Strongly appreciated. So today, Bianca and I, we mentioned Bianca last episode. She doesn't know this yet because the episode actually hasn't come out yet. So a weird time situation there. But we talked about the book Nooks and mentioned that Bianca Lombardo is the co-writer with me. And I thought today it would be really good and hopefully interesting for you to hear what it's like for us creating a web series completely from scratch, trying to find crew, trying to get cast together, trying to do multiple episodes, trying to have a budget, all that stuff, because part of existing in this industry is having to do most of the work yourself and make everything by yourself. Thoughts on that?
It's a lonely, lonely world out there and it's hard. I'm kidding.
But then it's just about the friends you make along the way. So
I feel like to get through these things, you have to have a really strong bond with the person that you're working with. And I actually
you trying to say something? You trying to say something about our bond?
Hold on. I actually feel like we've gotten so much closer since we started the book Nooks.
Yeah,
do you agree?
Yeah, so much closer.
I just feel like Dora then.
Do you agree? If you want to get a close friend, a best friend, might I add, write a web series with someone and make sure it's someone that you like stalk them from a distance for a while, like suss them out, go like, hey, and then offer, like you make your move. You go, hey. Who made the move? Who made the first move? Was it?
You? Oh my God.
I don't remember.
Wait, okay. I actually think it was you because I think remember it was a Snapchat. We were on Snapchat.
I swear you made the Snapchat.
I was like, what if there was something, what did I say?
It was about
a mockumentary about a book club because we had just finished watching another mockumentary that our school, Sydney Actors School, shout out, plug.
Oh yes.
Made.
Who Brought the Devil. It was hilarious. It's on YouTube, made by Aisha Galloway.
And I was like, what if there was a mockumentary about a book club? And then I think you were the one to be like, we should just do it. Like, let's do it.
Really? Go.
Yeah.
That's great.
That sounds like something you would say and not I would say. Like I would be too scared to say that.
But you kind of said the idea. So you kind of started it.
Yeah, but you were the one that was like, we should do it together.
You're so welcome.
And then I was like, oh my God.
We made history.
What's that Debbie Ryan thing where she's doing that interview and she's like, I just wanted to make history.
Yes.
Like that's us.
That's us right now. It's very
I just want to be
2024 of us to communicate our writing ideas on Snapchat.
Yes.
Anyway, and so we did that and it was like, oh my God. Then we started a document. Then we found out we had this pitch project. We were like, perfect, crazy. This is crazy. And then we had Nick Bolton, an incredible business instructor. He's a producer. He's also an actor. He's amazing. Shout out Nick Bolton. And he helped us to kind of form this into something tangible as a project.
What's the freaking Frozen song? How we finish each other's
sandwiches.
That's what I was going to say.
I never met. Okay.
It changed.
It changed a lot. And you have to expect that, I think, when you're writing.
And it changed
from our years and years of experience.
From our years of experience and qualifications and like
you have to be
all
so
the films
open.
we've written.
And also co-writing is its own thing as well. Like it's so easy to write by yourself. I think you just get external opinions whenever you need them. But we're constantly like every line we're like, do you like this? Do you think this is good? Do you think, or sometimes we'll write a chunk by ourselves.
I kind of prefer it though.
I prefer it. It's very validating in the moment.
When I'm writing by myself, I found like when we were writing episode 2 and we had those sections that we wrote individually, those little sections, when we actually, I feel like the stuff we wrote together was stronger. Yeah. Because I feel like I knew you were on the same page. Whereas like when I was writing the part that I wrote, I was like, I don't know if like this was your first idea that you had.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That was similar to me. I'm like, and then when you were reading it, it felt like when you show your work to like a teacher and you're like sitting there and they're in silence and you're just watching and you're like, do they like me? Do they like what I said? That's how I felt. And I don't like that. So I'd prefer to write with you at the same time.
Yeah. And then we have those moments, those cute little moments when you have an idea and then you're like, what about this? And then the other person just bursts out with laughter and they're like, yes,
That's my favorite.
yes, I love it. That's my impression of Jasmine.
Yeah, wow.
And she's like, write that down. Or vice versa. I'm like, write that down. I'm kidding.
It's also good. We have this we've started to develop a form of telepathy, I think, when we write. And when you have the exact same idea or she suggests something and I'm like, I was just about to say it. Or same when we're editing and she's like, oh, I think maybe we need to make this slightly shorter. I'm like, exactly. That's exactly what I thought too. It's crazy. It's so fun. It's like this weird instinct thing and it's like validating because you know someone else is having the same instinct. So you're like, okay, that makes us. It's a good instinct. Yeah.
And it's like we're vibing.
Our
energy's on the same level
flow,
right
dude.
now.
We're like really flowing out there.
Like brainwaves are like
brainwaves are like, whoa, dude.
You're so right. No, it just makes you feel like, okay, we can do this.
We can do it. Even if we got 900 views on YouTube on our first episode. Plus the views we got at graduation when it was streamed at the Ritz Cinema. Thank you.
Shout out Ritz.
So shout out Ritz.
I don't know if you can count the views at graduation. I don't know if you can count the views at graduation as tangible views.
Well, then fine. We got 900 on
quantifiable numbers.
Here's another thing. It's like, where do I stream things to? You should just put it everywhere, I guess. But YouTube got a lot more than TikTok, which was not expected, I think, for us as a web series.
True. But I think we didn't put it on TikTok. I think we can do better. Episode 2, have a staggered release.
Yeah, there's so much that you learn on the job and then so much you wish you knew 2 seconds ago that you already regret.
Literally.
Yeah. Yeah. Like you said, we released it on the day all in one instead of I think we should do parts every few days.
Do you know what? I found out the other day? If you post too much in one day, you get shadow banned, which means people stop seeing your content for a while. Which I don't think we got shadow banned because our channel was fine after that. But you can't post more than 4 a day, I think.
Whoa.
Because just no one wants to, they're not going to push out your stuff if you're just posting 1 million videos a day.
That's so true. Also, at what point is what you're marketing not worth your time? When is it worth your time? Because sometimes I feel like we make a TikTok and then we end up it gets 100 views.
If I had a degree, I would have the answer to this, but I don't. As in if I had a degree in social media marketing, I would be able to help you, but I don't.
So you're just saying you don't have a degree, you're unqualified for this. When are we are we qualified?
When does it, that is true. Would you consider yourself a writer?
Kind of.
Would you consider yourself
yes, I think so. Because
an actor?
Well,
obviously, because we do have a degree.
We do have a degree in acting.
Would you consider yourself a producer?
What is this quiz? I guess we've produced things.
Would you consider yourself
a
social media marketer?
No. I guess there's a fine line.
When you're trying to define the finer points of politics. Do you remember that?
Yeah, that's a voice poem thing.
Sorry, I can't help it.
Don't apologize. Everyone keep that one in there. Practice that on the way home. Say it again.
It's a fine line when you're trying to define the finer points of politics. Okay, we should probably get into professional things now. I don't know how this podcast works. If you're all 60% serious business, 60% serious business, 40% fun, or 70
It depends on the
strong,
person.
70,
it depends
30.
on the character of the person.
So for me, it would be 50-50, you reckon?
Is that what you want? Is that the answer you're looking for?
I don't know.
Okay, so we spoke about who had the idea first.
Yes.
But how did that, so we're not going to go into the details of the whole project at school because it was just it's really complex. No one
Told
cares.
that story a million times.
Told the story a million times. No one cares.
It's in the past.
It was part of a pitch project. We had to write a script. We had to pitch it to some staff members, some tutors, etc. And then we either get picked to make it or not. And part of our pitch was that we thought the school really praises the idea of making your own work out of school and using all the resources the school has to make your work. And so we used that to our advantage and we said, we want to make a web series episode because usually people just do a short film and we want that to be able to extend once we graduate. And they were in the future. And they were that's really hot. So
they were this could be this. They were this could be the start of your careers. This could launch you.
They actually said that, didn't they?
Yeah, and then
I did not need
flash
to hear that.
forward
That was scary.
to what's it now? March.
look, have our careers started? Like, when do you know when your career has started as well? When
it started, it just like hasn't started. Like, it's only early days. We only had one episode.
The good thing is that like this next episode, and we'll talk about this, we're starting to get new people in because last episode we had to use our class. It was just our class. And now we're using everyone from our class that wants to be part of it again, but we're also adding new people in. So we're starting to like
expand the circle. And it makes it feel a lot more professional as well, especially now that we have like actual money involved that's not the school's budget. Now it's kind of like, we're dealing with real people's money who donated to us. Shout out people.
Shout out Indiegogo donators.
Shout out Indiegogo donators, namely our families. Mostly our families. No one else but our families and friends. What was I actually saying though?
You were saying that it's harder because people...
It's not that it's harder, it's just that...
Professional.
Yeah, and I feel like now that we're dealing with that money, it's like we have to make it more professional.
Yes.
And now we have external people, it feels more professional. I'm like, okay, so we're doing this.
Yeah, me too.
We're in the hot seat. Just if you would like to donate.
I think the donate might be closed by the time this is out.
Oh.
But you can still donate to us. Please, I don't know, mail us money. Is that a thing? How do you get money from people?
Transfer. First of all, go watch episode 1. Second of all, follow us on Instagram. Third of all, please follow us on TikTok. Fourth of all, if you like all those things and you would like to donate, feel free, because truth is we need it. We won't lie. We won't front.
No.
I just feel like having the external people adds an extra layer of like, we have more space to act more professional. Whereas like when we're just trying to act professional with our friends, I feel a bit weird. I'm like, this is so weird. Like, why am I trying to pretend that I'm professional in front of my friends? But now that there's like other people in like, say the Instagram group chat, there's like external people. So now I'm like more inclined to be like, you know, send that message from our official account and say professional things. So I'm like, it's okay because it's external people. It's not just me looking like an absolute idiot.
Yeah, I guess like, you want to have a good group so you can give yourself permission to do your best work. Oh no. I should have prefaced earlier that if you haven't noticed, I have quite an awkward sense of humor in talking, and that's usually fine. And then Bianca comes in and then it doubles because she has a similar
energy. When you listen to this and then you watch the book Nooks, it just makes sense. I feel like
life makes sense.
Our humor is really embedded into the project, and some people may not enjoy that and some people do. But that's the point. The point is for it to be a bit like weird and a bit bombastic in the words of Josh. Shout out Josh. Shout out Josh. I was gonna say
the amount of links in this description are gonna be. What kind of jobs are you applying for? This is one of the best questions I love asking actors because what are you doing in your time to get money? What are you doing to function?
I'm ready.
And they're always so different. Everyone has something so different.
Okay.
I know it's like, what's Cam doing? Traffic control.
Traffic controlling.
That's cool though. Okay, proceed. He was in my dream last night. It was his birthday in my dream. Anyway, that was weird. Continue.
Okay, jobs. Jobs I've applied for. Ice cream maker. Sorry, ice cream churner. Didn't get that.
Why do I have an image of you just like at a witch cauldron, like
that's
spinning
what I wanted.
Ice cream
That's what I wanted, and I was not given that. I got an interview, but then like I called the day before because they never sent me a time, and he was like, "Sorry, gave it to someone else." I was like, "Okay, I could have been the best." Like, do you know how much I love ice cream?
Yes.
Like, you're really missing out.
It's also that it was an ice cream brand that has dairy-free ice cream. And if you don't know this about me, I'm dairy-free, and that's very
gluten-free.
And gluten-free. It's very appealing.
I could have given, do you know how much ice cream I could have given you?
Oh my God, I don't even want to think about how much.
But in all seriousness, that wasn't like a serious, I definitely like just applied to that for the shits and gigs and somehow got a call back.
Call back?
I meant call back, not call back. Not actor call back. I meant like call back. Like he called me back. That sounded so.
Yeah.
Then I've literally just mainly been applying for like social media, like content creator or like for brands. I just feel like I could, if you are a brand, a small business, and you give me your TikTok.
This is the networking we're trying to do here. If you need What is it? Content creator,
social media manager.
And you've done it before. You've done it for your mum's hairdressing place, right? No?
I don't know if I can technically say that because there's another girl who's like actually qualified doing it now.
Oh, but you've done it before.
I didn't really do it. I did like a couple store. Okay. I feel like no. Okay, no.
Okay, but if you look at the book Nooks, you'll know
do you know
that
how
we're
many ideas
qualified
I've
for
had
this.
for my mum's TikTok? Last week I said twice. I was like, Mum, listen, these are the TikToks you need to make. I promise you they will be amazing. You just need some actors on your team.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the first one was to get her assistants to pretend to be her for a day.
That's so cool.
Which is like not a whole day, but
Yeah.
have you seen that trend on TikTok?
No. This is why you're qualified for this because I don't see this stuff.
I've seen everything. The other one was, okay, every hair salon has a hairdryer, right?
Yes.
Thank you for confirming that. So just like get the hairdryer, do like a lip sync to a song and make it really cinematic with the hairdryers.
Oh my God.
And use the round brushes as a microphone. How cool is that?
That's like, would the staff do that?
Yeah.
That's cute.
They should other jobs, tutoring. I tutor people, one person for a month. I work at my mum's salon as a salon assistant.
That's slay.
And I've been doing like pretty good at that, not gonna lie. Have to answer phones though, which is really challenging for me. Every day I have to overcome fear and challenges. But then I leave every day feeling really accomplished.
That's awesome. It's like this job is growing you when you didn't expect it to.
Yeah. And I fold towels. I do like stock take, bookkeeping.
Well, we have to do some budgeting later for Book Nooks, so maybe you can
I'm
bring
your
those
girl.
skills to life.
Do you want an Excel spreadsheet? Do you want it color coded?
Yeah.
Do you want it? Oh my gosh! You know what I figured out?
What?
You can make the rows in Excel.
Yeah.
This is really basic, but you know this was a big discovery.
No, when you make these kind of discoveries, it's so exciting for an individual.
When you're putting like amounts in,
Yeah.
you can make it. You just highlight all the columns, and then it adds up automatically, and it gives you the total, and it enters it in the next row.
That's crazy. See, I've seen people talk about that, but I've never known how to do it.
Well, I can show you later. If that's wrong, don't sue me.
Sued. You're going to court next week.
You did go to court.
I did go to
Jury
court.
duty.
That
How was
jury.
that?
Well, it sucked because I got
Sorry,
she just died.
Cramp.
Went there for a day and it's the classic like, oh, wait for 500 hours and then, oh, actually we don't need you anymore. So you're free for a year. Don't come back. So it was good. I feel like when you're at the airport and you get an airport crush. Like I had an airport crush, but it was a jury crush.
Jury duty.
Jury
Have you
duty.
seen the
saw
show?
An episode.
I love that show. Shout out Jury.
I was thinking more the 12 with Aretha Mae Joyce Collins, an incredible actor. That's one of our friends that was in the 12. Shout out.
Yes.
Shout out the
Shout
12.
out May. We love you. Amazing,
you.
talented actress. Hire her right now.
Hire her. Actually,
she's on our
being
crew.
Hired. What is she? Yeah, she's on our crew for the episode 2 of Book Nooks. It's like we have a famous person on set
This is
with
what
us.
we're talking about, like having the freedom to bring other people on. We can bring other friends that we love, like May.
And you know, like they're going to give back to you at some point. We hope, assume. And also we can give more to them. Like May's just being our second AC.
Yes.
For episode 2. But
best crew role.
Because she's amazing and we love her so much, we're already planning to give her a character at the end of the season, hopefully.
Season
Spoilers,
finale.
crazy.
I'm so excited for episode 8. Can we talk about that?
Episode 8, we can not really say much, but I'm the most excited for the season
I'm
finale.
the most excited. I want to but here's the thing. Now that I know how excited I am for episode 8, I want to make every episode like that.
Me too. And I think we should make that a goal.
We should goal that.
We should goal that.
I think we should goal.
Yeah, I think.
We should goal. Being young, people aren't going to take you as seriously when you're like, this is a project we want to make and we actually want to do this professionally. And okay, might not start out professionally because everyone has to start somewhere.
You have to build up from the ground. You've got to build a foundation there and build it up.
Literally.
Yeah.
But it's weird. When you get someone that does take you seriously, you're like,
you feel
are you
blessed.
Is this real? when we have an amazing actor on our team now as just a small
He's
role.
just been added, yeah.
Chris
Miller.
Chris Miller.
He has an audiobook website, which is crazy and cool.
Shares a last
Shout out
name
Chris
with my
Miller.
favorite TV show character, Nick Miller from New Girl.
There you go. They connected, I guess.
Yep. And when he was saying that stuff about how he liked the script,
Yeah,
I
we
was
did
like,
a table
I don't
read
believe
and he
you.
was, it was hard to believe someone when they're like, well, yeah, he's older and
I do
he's
because
more experienced.
Yeah.
I mean, he was bubbling with joy and it made me so happy. And it also exuded to other people. Like it was
And do you know
infectious
what?
energy, which is what people
Do you know what
should
else?
aim to have, I think.
When he opened the script with his little monologue, it made it so much better because he was so into it.
What was it? My therapist was saying something. Oh,
Shout out therapist.
shout out therapist. Mirror neurons.
Mirror on the wall.
Mirror on the wall. How are you perceiving my
neurons.
thoughts? Mirror neurons. I don't know the science. I don't know. She just said it and it hit me. And it's like what you're thinking in your head brings out an energy to the people you're speaking to. Like if I'm sitting here and talking with you, but I'm feeling really insecure and it's like really messing me up inside, you're going to feel less of like a bubbly, joyous energy.
Really?
Do you know
I
what
feel
mean?
insecure right now. Do you have less bubbly energy from me?
No.
Guess I just mask it well.
You got good mirror
I'm
neurons.
kidding.
Well, yeah, that's the thing
Continue.
as well,
I know what
actually.
you mean.
But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's not a thing, but it feels like a thing. Like,
That happened to me on that audition the other day.
yeah.
Done 2 auditions in my life now. I'm like a pro. No, but I was so nervous. I couldn't even control my facial muscles.
What?
I was delivering the scene and like my face was like shaking, like
Oh, I know that feeling.
not even. I was like, I couldn't smile. I was like,
Trying not to.
it was so. I was like, I can't imagine how creepy I looked.
I'm sure it wasn't as. It's never as
And
bad
he was
as you
like,
think.
that was great. Like
Oh,
your tape that you sent him was like already great, and then you just like took it up a level.
well, there you
And
go.
I was like,
Those little face twitches added to the
Okay.
performance, maybe. Well, yeah. When I
is that the
get
facial
nervous-
twitch that Georgie always talks about? That I do. It's
I don't
probably
know.
that. It's probably my
Maybe.
anxiety.
I still haven't really noticed you doing a facial twitch.
I have. Anyway, continue.
Maybe I'm not observant. I was gonna say when I get nervous, I feel facial tension, like so much tension in my face, and then I end up going home and like my
vocal
whole
tension.
face just hurts. And yeah, I think my voice gets a little bit smaller.
I feel like when you're making your own projects, consistency is key. Like our meetings on Mondays, if we didn't have that,
We wouldn't be doing this very well.
I'm so glad I'm working with you because you have the drive and motivation unlike any individual I've ever met in my entire life.
Oh my
And
God.
I'm not saying that like taking the piss out of you. Like I mean that.
Whoa.
And because
Thank you.
I'm not always like that. Like I'm motivated. Like, yeah, I do my screen test or whatever, but it comes in waves. And when I'm not in the flow, like, do you know how many times because of our meetings where I have been like, I can't do today.
Yeah. We like
And then
die
you're like,
sometimes.
let's do it. Like,
Yeah.
okay. But we get stuff done. Like we get
Yeah.
stuff done.
I think it's maybe because
and that's why we're filming in April so quickly after we
Yeah.
filmed the last one. Like
Yeah.
no one, let's be real, no one expected us to film this quick. I'm really passionate about
I
the
was gonna say
project
you're
as well.
passionate. You on set design right now, you're like, I can't keep up. Like she loves this stuff.
But I
and
haven't actually done any of the things I said
you
I
bought
was
some
going to do.
stuff. Like we started making it. You came up with most of the ideas. You and Georgie, our director.
Well, Pinterest did.
Shout out, Georgie.
I don't know. Shout out Georgie.
But yeah, can we say actually, when you have no budget and when it's like something that you're passionate about and other people can be passionate about, but you know, it's not their thing. Like this is our thing. This is our like, I don't know.
It's our
if you
thing
want to
thing.
say our life's work at the moment.
It's our thing 1, it's our thing 2.
You have to do a lot of roles. Like if we list what we're doing right now, we're doing the writing, we're doing the marketing.
Marketing, producing, set design. Actually, shout out Kalani, she's helping us. Costumes.
Editing. Well, you have to do a lot.
You do.
Oh,
but
and
like,
we're acting in it.
oh yeah.
Jesus. Oh my gosh.
Great acting at that. Yeah, you do have to do a lot, but I feel like when you're passionate about it, when it's your baby, when the project is your baby, then it's like I haven't really felt the pressure too much, but also Jazz does a lot of the producing stuff. Like when I'm at work,
Not really. Like whenever I'm doing something, I'm like telling you and then you're giving me advice and
yeah.
you know.
But I feel like a lot of times
we
at
have to do
work,
the mailing list anyway. Remembered that. Join our mailing list when it's
Join our
out.
mailing list.
Thank you. Shout out to Anthony Sarkis, my beautiful father.
Yes.
The amount of help we're getting from him. He loves the business side of life. Like he's so good at it, and he's helped with so many things in terms of like setting up this weird, what is it, CRM?
Oh my gosh.
thing
Oh my
and,
gosh.
like,
Wait, is this our super secret spy email system?
yes.
Oh my gosh. I love our
super
super secret spy email system.
Super spy email system. Don't even stress.
I feel like an international super spy.
It's like if you
super spy.
if you like
Everyone we've sent emails to, we can see if you've opened it.
we can see if you've
We
opened
can
the
see if you
emails.
clicked on our link.
We
can see if you haven't clicked on our link.
Don't tell us. Don't reveal this information.
Sorry, gotta keep it super secret, so we can't really tell you what it's about.
We can't tell you how secret it is, but if you basically, I think it's called CRM. If you can sort that out for yourself,
Don't
it's like
tell them, 'cause
life changing.
then-
Well, no, but there's so many different websites that do it. I
Okay.
think. I think. They
So
know this
basically, it just helps you send out all your emails, but there's an element to it that makes it a super secret spy email system.
Yeah.
That helps us.
and helps you keep all your contacts in
yeah.
one place, and like the last time you contacted people.
Yeah, the kind of reception you're getting on your emails, who's like responding, who's ignoring you, but who's seeing them and
who's
then
clicking on
ignoring
them.
you.
And, oh, that's Let's not.
Which I haven't figured out yet, but I will. I have some people that I need to follow up on.
You've done like any project. If you're a musician and you're a singer and you're singing songs, if you're like writing stuff like we're writing, or if you're just an actor and you're just trying to get your self tapes out there or like make a YouTube channel, I don't know, anything you create, even if you're just like a visual artist, who knows? You have to, it's the marketing. Marketing's what gets you
there.
It gets you there. And if you don't do it, it doesn't get you anywhere. And it's so hard to like get a routine with it. We don't have exactly a routine.
Yeah,
we need to upload a new TikTok as we speak, actually.
We just film our content on Mondays. That's why our Monday meetings are also very useful.
Yes.
Monday days, I would call them. They're full days of work.
They're fun. They're good.
Fun.
They make me feel like a better person.
I know. I'm always like, I'm so professional. I'm like in the industry.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like after Mondays. So we film all our content. Last Monday, let's tell a little story. We went to Green Square Library in costume.
We did.
The library was full.
It was also very hot in there.
A disgusting temperature. Not disgusting, like medium bad.
Medium bad, yeah. And we, filmed TikToks. Shamelessly.
So you can do it. Shamelessly.
You can market wherever you please, as long as it's not illegal. And if it is, just don't tell anyone.
I also find that like our marketing is also in the style of our show. Like the comedy that we use.
Yeah.
And I personally just love using comedy because I feel like if I'm watching something, I'm only going to watch it if I'm laughing, you know?
Unless
maybe
I'm
that makes me a
intentionally
shallow,
trying to cry.
superficial individual, but
No, because you're aware of that.
And what about Instagram? How do you feel about Instagram?
Instagram's on and off. I think it's good because you develop like real followers that actually like on TikTok. If you get a follower, I don't trust a follower. If you follow me on TikTok, who are you? You're not going to look at my content again. Like I don't really know. But if it's Instagram, you're like, okay, this person like sees me regularly and they're still seeing me and they're still choosing to.
You know what I've been loving?
No, what?
Canva. Making stories for Instagram on Canva.
And thank you for having the pro version. Oh my God.
I actually got rid of that.
Oh.
It was like $40 a month.
40.
It was something
Honestly,
outrageous.
they kind of deserve it because Canva's so good.
Canva's so good. Like I feel like I literally have on my resume Canva as a skill.
And it is a skill. You're really good at Canva. You're
Thank
really
you.
good. Like we're on like a joint Canva doc making some post and she just adds this like, I don't know, circle in and I'm like, how did you think to add that? That's such a good circle to put in there.
There was a stage where I wanted to get into graphic design as well, guys.
And she draws. This girl draws.
Okay.
You drew the logo. She drew the logo of the book Nooks and it's beautiful. It's amazing.
Talk about screen tests.
Screen tests, please. Oh.
You say I've done a lot, but I've really only done 2, 3. I just feel like doing screen tests. Okay, post-graduation blues were real. I didn't really know what to do. I was struggling with like the fact. Sorry. I was struggling with the fact that I had to go to work, a normal job, and like obviously it's my mom's business. She's passionate about it. That's what she wants to do.
Yeah.
But I was struggling because I was like, this doesn't have any meaning for me. I'm using my day. I'm making money. But
and
I'm not doing something that matters.
Stronger social powers.
Some would say. But I'm not, I want to do something that matters. And for me, acting is what matters. And then I had this revelation.
Oh yeah.
Should I tell them about the revelation?
Yeah, do it.
That if I just define success as doing what I think is good work and improving my skills. And, you know, in the words of Florence Pugh, I want to be great or nothing. If that's my goal, like to just focus on my own skills, then I can really just get success quite by just doing hard work and practicing and doing screen tests, which is why I kind of went crazy with the screen tests, because I was like, I need to stop relying on getting other people's validation. Yeah, because if my version of success is only, it can be part of it, if it's only like being in a big film, then I'm always going to feel like I'm failing.
Yeah. And we all want to be in a big film. Until I get that. Yeah.
We all want that.
That's actually how it is. If you can't like respect your wins regularly and be proud of yourself and acknowledge your actual physical improvements, then
I'll tell you what I've done to help with that. I have a little box of achievements in my room.
Oh my God.
That I have like all the tiny achievements that I've made this year so far. There's not many, but there's some.
No, but just the fact that you're doing that.
Yeah, that when my first monologue on YouTube did kind of well. Yeah. I wrote that down and I was like, oh, it hit like 2,000 views and people liked it or whatever. And I wrote it in the box and I put it in there.
That makes me so happy.
Or it's like this person, if it's like small, like this person emailed me back.
Yeah.
I put it in my achievements box, and then at the end of the year, I'm going to look back at it and be like, wow, these are all the things that I've achieved.
I love that so much. And that makes
even
me so
little
happy
objects.
for you, because I feel like I don't want to like, you're not, like I feel like last year and like when I've known you before, you've struggled with like letting yourself.
Big on like, I've always been big on like academic validation. Like I need someone to like, tutors or people in the industry to be like, I really respect your work and I love what you're doing and you're amazing and you're great and you're like one of the best actors. I'm like, okay, that's not it's not healthy,
sustainable for you.
Yeah, but it was always pushing me. I'm grateful because it's always pushing me to be better and do my best.
Yeah.
But now that I have my own self, I don't have anyone.
Oh my God,
but myself.
That makes me so happy for you.
So look, I'm not saying it works every day. Like some days I just feel like poopy shit.
Some days you like would look at that box and go, this is all a piece of trash and no one cares.
Yeah, I'm like, I have 3 achievements in there.
Yeah, but for like a long-term consistency for yourself.
There was a solid week. Yeah, there was a solid week there where I was really motivated and pumped.
We love that so much.
I still feel like there's a lot of bumps in the road, but I feel like the fact that we're working on our own stuff is like, and I'm surprised that I've been staying productive actually. And I think you actually really helped a lot with that because of Book Nooks.
Yeah.
And doing Book Nooks, it makes me feel like I'm not just like...
Which is why I think it's another success for us anyway, even if it does end up not, becoming world famous. Like it's helping us to sustain ourselves as actors.
But like that's the thing with success, like what we're saying about success. If our version of the Book Nooks success is just finishing the season and being proud of it, then we'll be successful. It's a fine line when you're trying to define the finer points in politics.
And with that, that's a wrap for today, everybody. What's next? Another episode next week. Get excited. Thank you so much for this chat. I think Bianca's going to have to come back because we actually could have spoken for probably another day straight. 3 hours, day straight. Similar.
I'll go a day.
Yeah. So I think you'll be seeing Bianca again. Don't forget to please give her a follow and follow That's a Wrap on Instagram and whatever you're listening to this on. Much appreciated. Like I said last week, that's all I ask. All I ask of you actually. Just follow. Bianca, do you ask that?
I ask. That's all I ask.
All she asks as well.
Bye.
Say goodbye. Say bye.
Bye guys. Thanks for having me, Jazz. Love you.
So fun. Love you too.
Bye.
Crazy dance.